Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be getting ready for the day. I'm not really doing anything today but writing my dissertation, but I just want to do my makeup today, so we're going to film another video. I'm going to be talking about the best and worst of LA. I've officially been living in LA for 3 months now. Where did the time go? I have no idea how we got here, but I've been living here for 3 months and there are some things that I love and some things that I really don't love about living here, so we're just gonna get straight into it. I ran out of my Butter vitamin C serum, and so today I'm gonna use this Kiehl's hyaluronic acid. They sent it to me, so I'm gonna see if I like it. If you're new here, I have always wanted to live in LA, and I moved here from Delaware, so I'm coming from the East Coast, and so now that I live here and have been experiencing the city in person, that's how I feel about it. The first pro to me is the weather. A lot of people, especially native Californians, have been hating the weather for the last 3 months because it's been about 70s and some days are cloudier than others. It hasn't been perfect, but it is so much better than living on the East Coast. I moved here at the end of February, which means it was still winter at home. Now it's becoming more spring, but the weather here is absolutely incredible to me. I love it so much. I don't remember the last time I have worn a coat outside because I just feel like I'm on this permanent spring break and everything's handy dandy grandy. Now today I am wearing a long sleeve, and that's because it is cloudy and a little bit colder. And by cold, I mean it's 62 degrees, which is not cold to me. I still do not classify 60s as cold. So I've been having a great time. Love, love, love the weather. I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty Primer. I got this almost a few weeks ago now, and I really do like it so far. I will wear my bathing suit to the hot tub and sit in the hot tub or just, lay out, and I still get sunburned. It is still very, very warm to me, but to everyone else here, it is absolutely freezing. The second pro that I would say is there are just so many things to do here in LA. It's crazy. Every weekend there is something, and I used to be the type of person to sit in the house on the weekends. Someone asked me, oh girl, what you doing this weekend? And I would be like, oh nothing, like I'm gonna just chill. And I thought it was because I wasn't extroverted. Turns out I was just living in the wrong city. I'm gonna use this Fenty Beauty foundation today. Like I said, it's cloudy today, so I don't think I need SPF, although it tends to get sunny in the middle of the day, so we'll see how this goes. But there's always something to do. Every single weekend there is someone asking me, like, do you want to go to this, or oh, do you want to go to that? And then not only is there stuff to do on the weekends, but there's also stuff to do during the week. I have never been outside of my house this much. I actually had to put myself on timeout last week because I was like, I'm paying rent, I need to stay in the house and actually enjoy it for a little bit. I have never been outside at this capacity. Of course, every time I go outside too, I'm like, oh, it's nice out, but like it's not crazy, so I'm just gonna, wear this tank top or something. I forget to put on SPF and then I get sunburned. That's been happening a lot, but there's just so many things going on. There is never a dull weekend in LA. If the weekend is dull, it's because you have decided that you were gonna stay in the house, but there is almost always something going on at all times. On top of that, when you go out the house, like to these events and stuff, these events aren't just like, casual events. Well, I guess it's casual for LA, but it's very not casual for me. Anytime I'm outside or I go to an event, I am most likely gonna get something for free. There's free samples, there's freebies, they give you a free tote bag. I have gotten skincare, I have gotten makeup, I have gotten so many things for free just for being in the right place at the right time. And if they aren't giving away something for free, then there's probably a DJ at the event, and there's drinks, and there's a beer garden, and everyone is just out and about having a great time and drinking. It doesn't matter if it's the weekend, it doesn't matter if it's a random Tuesday. There will be a bar and there's gonna be a DJ and it's gonna be a good time. I have never had so much fun on a weekday. It's actually crazy, but I just seriously love the fact that you can always find something to do for any given weekend here. Now, the other thing that I'm really enjoying about LA is the diversity of food that is available here And again, this is someone that's coming from Delaware and now living in LA. I now have a favorite Armenian restaurant. Before I lived here, I had never had Armenian food, but now I have a favorite Armenian restaurant. I've had Korean barbecue, I've had Mexican all the time. Like, you can't go wrong with that. There's just so many different types of food that I have been exposed to since living here that I'm like, this is so great. I love it. A lot of times too, I will be out and I'm like, you know, I'm actually really hungry, and I'll just go and stop at a happy hour, and they tend to have some like snacks or tapas or like small plates that I really do like. So it's really cool that I'm always trying a new restaurant, again, given that it's happy hour, because I'm not going to pay these full prices out here. But I do like that there are so many restaurants to try, and since this is my first time living in a major city, like living in the city, I can try new things literally every day and still not even touch a surface on what is actually available here. This one hair will not get out of my face. I'm gonna use a powder contour because I just want to go really light today. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Now on to the cons. One of the obvious cons is the traffic. Now luckily I do not do the morning or afternoon commute hours. Like, I don't work a 9 to 5, so I don't have to do that. But the people who do, ooh, just live at the job. Honestly, it's faster. It'll save you money. I did get caught in traffic one time, and that was on my way back from Venice Beach. I was caught in traffic, and it took me 2 hours to get home, and it had only taken me about 30 minutes to get to the beach. So it's really bad. It gets really bad, and the people here are very passive drivers. So if you're a New Yorker, you will get very frustrated with the amount of people that just let them in. They will just let anybody merge anytime, doesn't matter, they'll let you go. The traffic here is pretty bad if you are doing a 9 to 5 type of commute style. Other thing that I am very upset about is the price of things. I have never paid so much money for just very simple items in my entire life. Other day, I went to a coffee shop, and I got a little Rice Krispie treat and I got an iced tea. And I'm not even kidding, it was $10. $10. How they price things in this state doesn't make any sense to me. The gas is ridiculous. The gas cost is ridiculous, and that's why I'm very happy that I don't have a 9 to 5 commute, because I technically don't have to leave my house. I only leave my house by choice. For me, that's like 2, maybe 3 times a week, typically for me to go to an event. I do have a car that's really great on gas, and I'm going to keep it that way because the prices are insane. Just for like regular everyday item. Also went from not paying any sales tax to paying 10.75% sales tax on items. So that is still a very huge shock to me that I'm very unhappy about, because there's just no reason why you need to add on more money after I'm already paying you money for the item. I think that's just so, Delaware has truly spoiled me, because I went 5 years without paying any sales tax. And now that I live in a state that requires sales tax, I am just appalled. I'm shocked, deeply confused. Another thing that I don't like about LA is a lot of people here are very transactional. By that I mean, like, they only care about you if they think that you can get them ahead in some way, shape, or form. And luckily I have started to make genuine friends that really don't care about my job or what I do or my status in any way. Like, just genuine nice people. The first people that I met here when I moved here, I have had people ask me to do their social media for them. I've had people ask me for advice for their own social media stuff. I've also had people ask me to promote their business on my social media because, you know, they're starting out or whatever. But the thing is, they won't be nice to me like before they know that I'm an influencer. So when that happens, when they're like, oh, you're an influencer, oh my gosh, I have this skincare line, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm not going to ever talk about your skincare on my channel or on any of my pages, especially on TikTok. No, not happening. No, thank you. Transactionness that is a lot of the friendships out here can be very unsettling, especially if you're not used to something like that. I was kind of warned about that before I came here, especially being an influencer, because people are just so transactional in that way. But I think because I already knew it coming into it, that when it happened, I was just very unsurprised, and I was like, okay, delete, and like never talk to that person again. There are still people here that work regular 9 to 5s and live a very normal, regular life and aren't in the entertainment industry. And those are people that I tend to be friends with, or people that used to be in entertainment and now do something else. There are a lot of people who do transition in careers here because it's just like such a crazy place. California really feels like I am living in like a simulation. The stuff that people do for a living, I would have never thought could make a full-time salary. But now that I see people living and doing this, I'm like, wow, like it's just so crazy. Anywho, people can be really transactional, and if you aren't good at telling when people are trying to use you, you will get used. And they do not care. It's all for them to get ahead and make a name for themselves because everyone wants to be the next it girl, which is just corny to me at this point. I just want to make my money, live my life, be a free human, be a free woman, travel around, and I don't care about status like the people that live here do, because a lot of people that live here care about status and how a lot of things look and the public perception and whatever. That can be something that a lot of people get caught up in when they move here because it is like a major part of the experience. Speaking of reputation, a lot of places here, going out wise, require you to be on a list of some sort. And I am just so tired of this whole list or who you know or what you've done or blah blah. I don't care. When I want to go out for a night of fun, I just want to go out with my friends and have a good time. But almost every place I have been to has been like, oh, I invited you, or is your name on this list, or so that I tend to do a lot of events that one, I'm invited to via email for influencing stuff. But also if a friend invites me, then I will go. But I am not a club hopping girl. I don't go out to, you know, the it places or, you know, be on the scene or whatever, because it's just so overdone and so played out to me that I just don't even bother with it. I do go to events. It's something that a friend has invited me to or something that I have been invited to personally. Just the concept of you having to be on a list to go just about anywhere other than the grocery store is actually crazy to me. For the color today, I'm gonna go with X Lingerie in the color Hot Caramello. I use this one all the time. You guys have seen me use it before. The next thing that I really don't like about LA is how certain people act when they live here. And just about everyone here is delusional, which I think you have to be delusional to live in a place like LA, because there is just such a huge difference between entertainers, the millionaires, the billionaires, and regular people. And everyone's trying to get up to, you know, the status. So a lot of people think very highly of themselves, but will carry themselves in a way that I think is just so overly conceited. Like, the way to be confident, then there's also being conceited and stuck up, and I have had the pleasure of interacting with some of those people, and I will never interact with them again. It is quite an experience when you meet people like that, because everyone here is pretty delusional. It can really like mess with your mind and your perception of things. Luxury is very normalized here. Having a lot of money is very normalized. Spending a lot of money on very simple things is also very normalized here. It's really easy to kind of get away from reality and not be grounded, and or just like not really carry yourself in a way that is conducive to your personality. Because again, everybody's trying to be the next it person. They want to be the next millionaire, billionaire, whatever. I think that can really change people's perceptions. I've heard a lot of stories of girls that move here and then all of a sudden feel the need to get plastic surgery because they feel like they need to fit in with everything that's going on here. If you really don't have a strong sense of self, it can be really hard to live in a place like LA, because there's just so much flashy, glamorous, like society beauty standards that exist here on top of living in luxury, living in the fast life per se. So I'm gonna use this one size on Till Dawn mattifying waterproof. I ended up returning my Urban Decay setting spray because I heard this one was so much better, and I've been loving it. It's a mist, let me show you. I kind of don't feel it, but I do. It's a mattifying mist, and I've really been liking this. It's also way cheaper than Urban Decay, so I've been trying this out for a bit, and I really like her so far. This is the full size, it's really good. That is my full list of the pros and cons of living in LA, and that's only after me living here for 3 months. Maybe I'll do another video like this in a year to see if I still agree with what I said in this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.